When it comes to sprint car resumes, they don't get any bigger than Queensland's most successful sprint car driver, Todd Wanless. What's it like saying that about you, mate, being actually able to say that you're Queensland's most successul sprint car driver?
I never really thought of it that way. You always think of how good you went last week. You ain't as good as your last race. So, but I think we're going as good as we've gone for a long time. We finally, got a bit of purple patch and get a bit of confidence. With that comes confidence, and hopefully it just keeps on rolling along.
It's a bit of a different season for you guys this year, like with Pete out in the front of the points, but not winning a race, and you're not winning as many races as well this year either. It's a bit of a change.
Yeah, we've been up there. I don't think we've been off the podium for the last 5 or 6 races, and I've only done 20 races for the year. So I've been pretty busy at work. So I've probably done more races in Perth than I've done anywhere else. I've done 5 races over there, and which definitely helps. They're great guys over there. It's a great racetrack, but over here is definitely at home, and I feel at home. So
with regard to Perth, what sort of gear do you run over there?
I ran this car.
I ran this car. Over? Yep. Okay.
I got this car and exactly a twin car that to this one, which Kerry Matson drove as well. But the car, I just left the car over there with Luch Monty and Sean Curran helped us out over there, and it was pretty good. Must be pretty nice just to be able to fly in and then run with a nice team like those guys. Yeah, they're great guys, and they great help, and we learn a lot too.
So with Pete tonight, can you play much of a role trying to help him out to get that championship?
He's got 26-point buffer. We can only help him so much, but I mean, he's got a buffer, and I'm there to win like everybody else. The last race of the season, and the best man win. Will
you let him through if that's what it requires?
Well, it depends where he is. I don't think he's got a 26-point buffer, so if he times in good, and the difference between if he's close to us, I don't think as long as he stays within racing distance of Richard Morgan, he's going to be around the money. So hey, see what happens. But I wouldn't think so. I'm going to do it. We don't have any team rules. We're not the Ferrari team.
Fair enough. I suppose with less cars tonight would probably make it easier for him too, because there's less trouble to be found and easier to make the feature.
Yeah, I just hope he stays out of trouble and keeps his nose clean, which he's a pretty smart driver, but he's had a bit of bad luck lately. But hey, as I said, he's got a 26-point buffer, so let's hope he can keep it. So
about this time last year we had a chat and you were saying you weren't going to run much this year. It's gone the opposite way and you've ran pretty well. What about next year?
Well, I didn't run much this year. I've done about 18 or 20 shows, and I'm just going to take every show as it comes. I'm probably going to run less next year.
Again?
Probably going to do a deal with Bob Smith, who's got the speed car that he works with Paul Morris. He's got the speed car he drove a couple of weeks ago, but we do a few more of those races and just see what happens.
Just have a bit of fun, enjoy it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing now, having a bit of fun. It's probably going better doing that way. So
looking back over your career, you've won some Queensland titles, Australian titles, local shows, local championships.
World Series
What's the
races.
Highlight? Yeah, World Series, 2 of those.
Well, I think the World Series races are pretty good because they were probably not so long ago. The Queensland titles and the Australian titles were early in my career.
Yep.
And I suppose I was talking to a guy the other day. He said, business wasn't as busy back then, and as it gets busier, I suppose you don't race as much. You don't really I come straight from business and come and jump in the race car.
Yeah.
But hey, we're racers. We're all competitive at heart, so it's all even on the straight.
So World Series, you put that up ahead of your Queensland?
No, I don't put it up ahead of it.
Not quite?
Obviously the title's fantastic.
Yeah.
It would be nice to win another title. I think that if I won another one, that'd be even better. But the 2 World Series are great, and the Queensland titles are great, and winning the QSS Series, I think we won that twice. So and just racing with these guys every week, and hey, we've got a great depth of talent now. It's we've only got 22 or something cars tonight, and they're all pretty tough. I think there's probably 8 or 10 guys who can win.
So looking tonight, what would be a good night for you? Obviously a win, or a podium be okay?
Well, we're getting pretty good at those podiums, but I think if we're not in the podium, I won't be real happy. But I mean, a win, I'll be ecstatic. It'll be a nice way to finish the year.
So last week you drove quite well on the rough track. Then they took it off for you, and you weren't too happy about that, it seemed?
No, it was pretty rough in the feature. I mean, Widgie did a great job. We got by him a couple of times, and unfortunately, the yellows come out. It was 3 or 4 6-lap dashes. And you put him in front, and he does a good job, and he didn't make any mistakes. Hey, credit to him, he did a fantastic job. But I'd like to come off the front with him tonight.
Well, I'm sure you will, mate, and thanks for your time, and congratulations on your career so far, and good luck with the rest of it.
Thank you, appreciate it.